Hey everyone, my name is the Theme Park Evangelist. So today I am doing a surprise vlog, like I usually do every Wednesday, unless for whatever reason I am doing an out of the house vlog, as I call it, on Sunday, and then I will end up moving my college days vlog from Sunday to Wednesday. So before I get started on today's topic, which is going to be titled how my seasonal vlogs have changed ever since I moved to Kentucky. This is going to be a very interesting one because most people are like, "What the heck does that mean?" Well, I'm going to explain what that means here in just a few minutes. Not going to take too long. Just a few minutes of your time is all I'm asking for. If you don't mind waiting. Well, as you can clearly see, I am back at my parents' condo again. I am off every Wednesday because of the fact that I have community groups starting up tonight, actually, at 7 o'clock. As exciting as that is. So, I'm already here early. Figured I'd spend a little time with my parents. And then Katie will come here right after work, which works until 6 o'clock this evening. Wish I could be at the Magic Kingdom with TJ right now, but I can't, unfortunately, because I'm up in Kentucky and he's down in Florida. How unfortunate. So anyway, first of all, I wanted to mention to you guys that I had to reschedule this Saturday's Halloween haunt vlog to next Saturday. And the reason why is because next Saturday I'm ironically off now. And I was like, well, there's no point of me driving all the way out to, whatever you call it, Kings Island for just a couple of hours just to turn around and come all the way back and then have to get up early the next morning for work because I'm working on Sunday morning again. So I figured, well, I am off next Saturday, which means that if I leave right at 6 o'clock for Kings Island, I will be getting there right before they open up, and then that gives me good 3 hours at least to just go and hang around Kings Island and then head back home to Dry Ridge and then just go from there back to Kings Island the very next day for tricks and treats. So that is one big change. Also, I had to request off September 29th because I'm serving at church that morning. Also, I wanted to mention to you guys that this Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, whichever, I don't really have a preference, I am going to be scheduling my next post for the Theme Park Evangelist, and that will be announced next Monday during my next History of the Theme Park Evangelist YouTube series. I believe October 20th is going to be the Perfect North vlog. Oh, there's Katie now. Hold on, I gotta take this call. Sorry about that. I guess Katie was on either a restroom break or her last break of the day, and she wanted to see how I was doing. And I was trying to be as polite about it as possible. I was like, hey, you left your Dairy Queen milkshake in the refrigerator. And she got a little snobby with me. I was like, Katie, I'm not trying to be mean about this. It's just you have to understand. I understand you can't drink a lot of dairy, but it does cost me, quite a bit of money whenever I have to buy those things. So just be mindful of that. That's all. It's like I understand her dairy issue. I've always understood her dairy issue. I've understood it for 2 years. It's not like this is new to me or anything. But anyway, so yes, I apologize that I had to change some things. But unfortunately, my work schedule comes out on Tuesdays, and I do the history of the theme park evangelist on Mondays, which can make it frustrating because I figured what better way to start my week than talk about upcoming vlogs. So Wednesdays from this point forward are going to be the days that I modify any upcoming vlogs that I will have talked about back on Monday, just so everybody knows, like, hey, I had to change this or I had to change that. And then anything that I have in writing, I will modify, and then that way, when it does eventually post on its own, it will be modified already. Last but not least, I did want to mention to you guys that next week is going to be a little different. So Friday night, I'm going to be filming next Monday's vlog ahead of time. Sunday, I don't really know what I'm going to be doing yet. More than likely going to be filming my college days that night. And then next Wednesday, I'm still going to be doing my vlog like I normally do. Probably going to end up doing it here again like I usually do. We'll see what happens because Katie is off next Wednesday, so we'll see what time I have. But the good news is, next Thursday, on the other hand, I am off again, and as long as I keep the day off, I'm going to be vlogging an additional vlog that I'll come up with. And also, I should mention that my Halloween haunt vlog will now be posted Saturday night versus Sunday morning. And then, of course, everybody knows that the 29th will have the Tricks and Treats Festival vlog posted by the afternoon, evening, whatever. Evening, preferably. Evening tonight. Alright, let's go ahead and get into today's topic. That took me a little longer than I expected, so... let me make myself comfortable. I don't know how much time I have left. My dad usually gets off early on Wednesdays, usually about 3:30, so we'll see what time I have left. And usually I don't have anything to worry about being at home because I have my laptop set, or Chromebook set up in my room, and if I choose to vlog while my roommate is at work or whatever, then at least I have the family room and the kitchen to my disposal. But why do I have to worry about when I have my own desk now, which is amazing? So, anyway, yeah, I was, thinking about this a week ago, but I decided, well, I'll do a live stream, and then I will save the next vlog for the following week. So now that fall is literally around the corner, I figured what better time to be discussing about how my YouTube channel has been impacted seasonally since I moved to Kentucky. Well, let's first discuss what I mean by that. When I was living in Florida, back up until the summer of 2019, your seasons were not very celebrated, if that makes any sense. Like spring, the only time that spring was really a big deal, if this makes any sense, was around Easter. And then, basically down in Florida, you immediately fast forward to summer. It's crazy. So spring was literally the only time I was able to be like, guess what, guys, it's spring. Like, how exciting is that, right? And then it was like, oh, it's already over. So yeah, it was frustrating, and I really wanted to do more around the springtime. Yeah, you had your flower and garden. Okay, I'll give you that one. But by the time May came around, it was already too hot out, and you might as well call it early summer. But February, which I know, and you would think February would still be considered winter, but down in Florida, that spring, um, it didn't make any sense to me. This also may not make much sense to people, but the Florida Strawberry Festival that I used to like to attend every year is another spring event, and that was another chance I had to be like, hey, guess what, guys? It's spring. Let's go celebrate spring. Summer always seemed to last the longest in Florida. So there's no point of going over that. So fall was another one that was tricky because fall is not really a big deal in Florida. And unlike up here, I've noticed, especially over the years, and this year especially, there's just not a lot of fall events going on. My favorite Christian radio station down there, they do their big fall fundraiser every year, but it's nothing I can vlog or anything. It's a neat event, but it's nothing I can vlog. I'll tell you guys that right now. Um, a lot of churches down there, they do trunk or treat. They might do some fall festivals, but once again, those are all churches. Um, Down in Polk County, Florida, where I'm originally from, and where TJ and Kay live right now, and Vanita for that matter, there really is not a lot of fall events going on. I do remember helping out a Methodist church I was attending with about 1,000 pumpkins, and you might think, oh, they were doing something special. No, not really. They were just selling them off to people whoever wanted them. They never really did anything special otherwise. But that was like one of my highlights while I was living down there, was helping that church out unload all those pumpkins. I was like, okay, well, this is interesting. Um, Calvary Baptist Church in Winter Haven, Florida. I used to go there at one point, and they always did a big trunk or treat, and of course they do theirs closer to Halloween now. But honestly, yeah, it's a long ways to wait, and just for one big trunk or treat. And sure, they try to turn into a fall festival or whatever, but that's really about it. Disney, they do their big fall festival um, every single year, and theirs is called it's called Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, and I'm at this event back in 2018, and I literally paid over $100. Sorry, I got tongue tied. I was distracted by my phone again. It's my brother, and I'm just like frustrated because the fact that I paid all this money for basically just a chance to go trick or treating at Disney. And to me, that was not worth it. And that's all they really do. And then you got Universal's Halloween Horror Nights that goes on in Florida during the fall. And once again, you're paying over $100 just to go ride rides and get scared to death. And that's it. It's just like, once again, really? And you can say the same thing about Hollow Scream. Bricks and Treats is at Legoland. Once again, theirs costs over $100, and it's more for 12-year-olds and under. That's it. The Tim Tracker did as a joke one time, and he was going down the trick or treat trail with his son at the time. And he was going trick or treat. Oh my word, I was dying. I was like, you're killing me, Tim. You're killing me. Um, SeaWorld does their Shamus Spooktacular, and that wasn't anything really special either. Disney also does their food and wine festival that starts during the summer months. That goes on through the fall, and that was always one of my favorite fall events. Excuse me for a minute while I use the bathroom. I hope you guys don't mind. I brought my brother's cat over. He looked awfully lonely. And with that, he's already leaving. No, he was just not comfortable on me. That's all there is to it. No, he's right here now. Anyway, I apologize about that. I've had a lot of fluids today. But anyhow, that's TMI. This mouse gets in my way all the time. But yeah, it was just, one of those situations where, wherever I wanted to go to celebrate the fall down in Florida, it was crazy expensive. And it was either go and trick-or-treat and get candy, or go scare your pants off. So I wanted to mention to you guys, like, how things have changed. Now, I could, go into the Christmas season, but I'm not going to. So we're mainly going to be talking about the spring, first of all. So how has my YouTube channel changed during the spring? So, of course, during the winter, almost everything up here is closed. There's not much to do. So, therefore, that's when I usually do all my at-home vlogs. So that's why I love the spring. Because the springtime is the perfect opportunity for me to discuss not just brand new YouTube series or start up brand new YouTube series, but that's also a perfect time for me to start going back to Kings Island again. Spring is always like a brand new time of renewal. It's a time of renewal. It's everything's starting up again. Everything's starting up fresh. Kings Island looks brand new again. Every single year they do a brand new paint job. All the coasters got new pieces and got repainted. They always get something new coming in. So, like this year's new thing was Camp Snoopy. Next year, it's going to be that new water coaster coming to Soak City. Every year is something new. And I love that. And I also love the spring because the Creation Museum and the Ark Encounter reopen again 6 days a week, and they expand their hours. And they usually announce most of their big things right at the beginning of the year. And that's when they know they're going to be busy. It's starting to get warm again, and I love it. The summer is also a really interesting time up here because at this point, everything's open. Everything's at their longest hours. That's when relatives are traveling. That's when I get to do certain things I don't usually get to do. That's when I usually make the time to go to Kings Island and do their annual fireworks celebration, which changes every single year. That's when I like to go try new foods out. That's when I like to go to Soak City the most. Of course, up here, Soak City opens during the the summertime, so it's kind of neat. And then, of course, you got fall, which is the season we're going into. And fall is really interesting up here versus Florida. And this is where I'm going to be spending the remainder of my time, remainder of my time, I should say. I was right the first time. So, starting with Halloween Haunt, how much do you guys think I actually spent on Halloween Haunt? Take a guess. The answer is absolutely nothing. I know, shocking, right? Halloween Horror Nights, even if I was an annual pass holder for Universal, you still have to pay to get in, believe it or not. The only thing you would still get for free, regardless, would be parking. Even if I was a preferred pass holder, you still have to pay to get in the park. It's obnoxious. And yet people are stupid enough to do it. It's just like, oh, what do I care? Is what I'm getting out of people. And the cat just left, so I guess I'm going to put this over here. And I'm just like, why? Like, why would you even bother? It doesn't make any sense to me. And, you go to Halloween Haunt at Kings Island, I get free parking, I get free entry, and I still get my discount. And I still get my free drinks every 15 minutes, which is amazing. So, there you go. Free event right off the bat. Tricks and treats. Once again, free event. Now, I will admit that SeaWorld's Shamu Celebration and Legoland's Brick or Treat are both free as well. But Disney's Mickey Not So Scary? No, that costs over $100. I just got done saying so earlier. Even Disney cast members don't get to go to that for free. I was a Disney cast member at the time. And even with my discount, I still end up paying almost $100. I don't even remember how much I paid at the time. I just remember it was an outrageous amount of money. And I literally got to do almost everything I normally get to do during the daytime. The only thing that was different was I got to ride Space Mountain in the pitch black darkness with a lot of loud music. I got to see Haunted Mansion darker and eerier than usual. And I could have, if I had wanted to, went over to Pirates of the Caribbean and rode that with live actors, which I think would have been really neat. But, other than walking around Magic Kingdom and going trick or treating, there was nothing different than going there with my main gate and enjoying the day for free, like TJ is right now. He's at Magic Kingdom right now, and he didn't have to pay a penny, not to park, not to enter, because he works for Disney. Even though he's on medical leave, he still gets to do it for free. And, why pay over $100 to go to some dumb event just to go trick or treating when you can go to other places? And that was another reason why I loved moving up here, was like Tricks and Treats Festival, Kings Island. Yes, may admit some of those teenagers I see working don't look like they're overly enjoying themselves. Sure, you don't get a whole lot of candy. They might give you like one or two pieces, and they give you that look like, oh, I don't want to be here. Yet they enjoy Halloween Haunt so much, but then they're like, I don't want to be here at Tricks and Treats. Let me call out. But yeah, the kids are absolutely loving it. And they got some games set up for the kids to play. And I mean, for me as a YouTuber and being a family friendly one, I absolutely love it because I get to show everybody, hey, if you don't like Halloween Haunt, that's not your thing, you can do this instead. And I'm looking for that kind of stuff. And, that's just the kind of person I am. So, also, I wanted to mention Colorful at Perfect North Slopes. It's a brand new event still. It's only a year old. And from what I've heard, they have a hayride. They have a trail. It's, I think, a couple of miles long. It takes you through some of their trails that I've had to walk before. I don't really 100% know the ordeal. They have food and beverages served. I'm sure they have hot cocoa. They have the lodge open for the guests. It's your last chance to see the place before they start making snow and before it starts snowing, for that matter. So it's a really neat event, and it's only $15, but it's still a perfect event for kids. And I'm just like, wow, that's really cool. Uh, Cincinnati Zoo is doing a brand new event this year called Jack O' Lantern Glow. It's supposed to be very similar to the Louisville Zoo's Jack O' Lantern Festival that is held during this time of the year as well. And for $25, you get to park, you get to go in, you get to go walk around the zoo, see all the jack o' lanterns, go see the animals. But still, that's not a bad price compared to what they charge down in Florida. Are you guys starting to see a reason why I'm liking it better up here? Not only because there's a lot more to do, but because of the fact that the places that are celebrating Halloween down in Florida are charging too much. And that's one of my biggest issues. Then, of course, you've got uh, Country Pumpkin, which I just discovered a year ago. And honestly, Country Pumpkin has been in existence a lot longer than a year. I can guarantee you that. It's been a lot longer of an existence than 10 years, for that matter. Katie even knew about it 3 years ago, and I just discovered it like a year ago. I don't remember now. But, I went to it last year, and I went during a weekday. I might have gone 2 years in a row. That's right, I have gone 2 years in a row. Last year was my first time ever vlogging it. Now I remember. Because the year before that, I did the, whatever you call it, the corn maze for the very first time. Now I remember. So that's where I'm getting myself confused. But Country Pumpkins has a corn maze. They have Chunkin' Pumpkins. They have a hayride that's only going on weekends. They don't operate ever on Tuesdays. Um, they also have hot apple cider, hot chocolate. That you can buy pumpkins. You can get your family picture taken, a couple photo taken, whatever you want to do. They have about 50 acres. It's a big property. And they even have like big slides. It's family owned. It's really neat. And it's actually a decent price. You can do almost all those things I just mentioned for as low as $32. Now, for some people, that might seem like a lot, but for some people, I was like, wow, that's actually a really good price. I mean, come on. And then they actually allow you to pay a la carte, so that means individually for every single thing. In case you're like, you know what, I can't afford it today, and they're always busy, which is amazing. Like every time I've gone, that parking lot's full, and they don't have a very big parking lot. And then of course you got the Kentucky Wolf Festival coming up here in just a couple more weeks, and from what I've heard, they have to have like 5 different parking lots plus a courtesy shuttle because they're always so busy. And I'm just like, that's insane. I couldn't even imagine. And I'm like really excited about this because I've heard it's really cool. I've heard, despite the fact that it's all the way out in the sticks, and I thought I lived in the sticks, that they still attract thousands of people. I mean, it's probably the biggest and busiest fall festival in Kentucky alone, and yet it's in Falmouth. It's in Grant County, which is where I live now. I came from Boone County, and now I'm in Grant County, which is the first county that Katie ever lived in Kentucky. And get this, Kentucky Wolf Festival is free to get into, but they do encourage you to spend money while you're there if you so choose. But they make so much money from people who come out to them that they can stay open every single year. So that's pretty cool. I love that. So I don't know how they're making their money. I don't know if it's from parking. I don't remember. I have to look on their website again. But I'm still really excited about this. I think this is going to be a really interesting opportunity. Um, I'm trying to remember what else I'm planning on vlogging this year for the very first time. I know 2 of those things already. Colorful, and I mean 3 of those things. Colorful is new to me, but still relatively new. The Jack-o'-lantern glow is brand new in general. This is the first year it's ever going to go on. And then the Kentucky Wolf Festival is new to me, but not new in general. It's been going on for over 100 years. So that's pretty crazy. And then Country Pumpkins is still new to my YouTube channel, but not new to me, nor new to the area. This is only my second year showing it. So you've got a lot to look forward to with my YouTube channel this fall. And I mean, even if you wanted to like look at Christmas for an example, once again, it was a lot of money. I'm just gonna tell you guys a couple of stories just for the fun of it. So, one year I really wanted to do the Mickey's Very Merry, but I couldn't afford it. But we could afford to go on the pontoon boat outside the Magic Kingdom. Get that? So I did this one vlog called "Vlogging Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party from an Outsider's Perspective," and you're probably thinking, "What the heck is he talking about?" Well, what I did was I knew we were close enough to it because TJ rented us a pontoon boat, and I tried vlogging Mickey's Not So Scary. Didn't turn out very good, but I figured, at least I got a vlog in, and of course it didn't get a lot of subscribers, but let alone viewers. I don't think I gained any subscribers, but I definitely gained a couple of views. But, I was still like, yay, at least I got something accomplished tonight. And, I also used to vlog the resorts during Christmas time. I thought that was kind of a neat tradition. And, once again, it wasn't much. There's not a lot of free stuff to do in Florida, period. End of discussion. Something I've learned. And even the stuff that I can do in Florida during Christmas time is either too much money or you basically got to improvise. Like the Christmas tree trail at Disney Springs, that's a decent one. That's free. You got the Magic Kingdom Christmas Loop. That's free. You got your Christmas decorations at the other Disney resorts. That's free. Once again, you got to figure out a way to make it work, though, without having to pay for parking. So even if you have to use Disney transportation, it might take a lot of your time out, but at least you can make it work. And then Disney Springs is always decorated for Christmas. Once again, that's free. But, unless you're willing to make the time to go all the way out to do all these things every single year, you might as well forget about vlogging and a Disney World period during Christmas time. When I was a Universal Pass holder, I was able to vlog their holiday parade, and of course, if I wanted to, Grinchmas, and that would have been free too. If I remember correctly, if I was a SeaWorld and Busch Gardens pass holder, I could have vlogged Christmas Town over at Busch Gardens for free. But once again, I would have had to be a pass holder. And there's so many different places to vlog at in Florida during Christmas time that, once again, it's like, where should I be a pass holder at? Where should I not be a pass holder at? If that makes any sense. Here, I really feel like there's a lot more to vlog. Kings Island's Winterfest is free for pass holders, and because there's already not much to do, you're already looking at less than $50 for a ticket. Even with the pass holder bring a friend discount, it's still as low as $30. I mean, come on, that's not bad. The Cincinnati Zoo does the PNC Festival of Lights, and that's like $20 or whatever, but that's not including parking. I recently found out from Katie about this one family by the Creation Museum that has a Christmas light synced to Christmas music because of a Facebook post she had put, and that was free, and I was like, cool, now that could be part of my tradition. The Creation Museum and the Ark Encounter both have free lights up every single year. The only cost is a $5 parking fee, $10. I don't remember what it is now. And I think it's and it's after 5 o'clock in the evening too. But of course, that's not included admission to the exhibits, and that's not including admission to like the planetarium or anything. That's still on you, or the buffet. That's still on you. But still, being able to just walk around the grounds and see the lights for free is pretty cool. And it's still spreading the word of God out, and it still gives people a chance to go see the lights for free. It's not like Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party where you have to pay over $100 just to go get in. And even Disney's Jollywood Nights at Hollywood Studios, you either have to be a pass holder or you have to pay full admission price just to get in. There is a Christmas light display drive-through one in Boone County and one at the Kentucky Horse Park. And if you're still wanting to see the light display that I used to go and see every single year at Coney Mall, you have to now drive 40 minutes east of where it originally was just to go see it. But Kentucky Horse Park does one for $35 per car, which I don't know how many of those drive-through light displays there are in Florida. I know there's Light Up UCF. That's always been a big one. Z88.3 has been advertising that for the longest time. So I know there is that. But I know up here we got the Kentucky Horse Park lit up at night. You got some smaller ones like the Boone County Fairgrounds light up the fair, and that one's like way less. That's like $10 per car. And then of course you got that place that says, "Hey, if you come on a weekday, we'll do a much cheaper price." So like I took Katie last year. Neither of us were feeling that great, and we stopped at McDonald's, and they were doing coupons at the time for like $1 hot chocolates or whatever. So I got both of us hot chocolate, and we went and saw the lights, and it was so quiet. It was shocking. I mean, I got through the entire thing in about 30 minutes. I was like, "Whoa, that's really cool." And it's nice having Katie because she can film while I drive instead of me trying to film and drive. Well, if you guys watched my very first driving through the not Coney Mall, Coney Island, driving through Coney Island's lights, you'll remember very beginning of the vlog, I rammed into the lights, and at least a couple thousand people saw that, seeing and hearing me going, crash! It was hilarious. So the point of this entire vlog is the fact that down in Florida, they have a lot, but you have to pay a small fortune for it. Up here, they have a lot, and it's either free or cheap enough that everybody can afford to go. And that's why, overall, I would say moving to Kentucky has improved my YouTube channel during the seasons. And because seasons are taken more seriously here than Florida, because Kentucky, being up north, is a state that does get changed of the seasons. Just get ready when I go back to the Creation Museum again to go show you guys the updated Eden Zoo animal experience. All the trees are going to be changing colors. I'm going to go back. I can promise you guys that. Who knows? I might try to go next Thursday. But the point is that if when I do go back, not only am I going to show you guys the updated zoo, but I'm going to show you guys one of the biggest reasons why I live up here, and that is just to see the trees going from just beginning to bloom to full bloom to changing the colors, and then of course they're all dead during the winter. It's a neat thing. It might get a little boring to people after a while, but to me, from being in Florida for 25 years, I love it. I love the fact that I can look out the window like right now, and I see the trees are starting to turn orange. It's not like down in Florida where they're all still green right now. And we used to joke around about who's going to decorate the palm tree for Christmas. No, I'm just kidding. We didn't actually do that. But the point is, there's just not as much excitement down in Florida during the seasons. So, with that being said, I will see you guys on Sunday evening, as always, during my next college days vlog. And always remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Have a great night or day, and peace out.